What do you do when hunger drives you away from home? And the decision meant to save your family becomes the beginning of unimaginable loss? In the days when judges ruled Israel, there was a famine in the land of Bethlehem. The fields were dry. The barns were empty. And fear settled into every household. A man named Elimelech looked at his wife Naomi and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion. Staying meant starvation. Leaving meant uncertainty. So Elimelech made a painful choice. He gathered his family and left the land God had promised, traveling to Moab, a foreign land with foreign gods, hoping to find bread instead of graves. At first, it worked. Food was found. The boys grew older. Life seemed to steady itself. Then tragedy struck. Elimelech died. Just like that, Naomi became a widow in a strange land. Her heart broke, but she held on for the sake of her sons. Years passed, and the boys married Moabite women Orpah and Ruth. Naomi dared to hope again. But sorrow returned. First Mahlon died. Then Chilion followed. 3 graves. 3 widows. No protection. No income. No future. Naomi sat in silence, staring at the ground that had taken everything from her. She whispered through tears, "The hand of the Lord has gone out against me." When news reached her that God had visited his people in Bethlehem with food, Naomi knew it was time to go home. She turned to her daughters-in-law and said, "Go back. May the Lord deal kindly with you, as you have dealt with the dead and with me." Orpah wept, kissed Naomi goodbye, and returned to her people. But Ruth stayed. Naomi looked at her and said firmly, "See, your sister has gone back to her people and her gods. Go back with her." Ruth's heart trembled. She had lost her husband. She had no children. She had no claim to Israel. Following Naomi meant poverty, rejection, and uncertainty. Yet Ruth stepped forward and spoke words that would echo through eternity. "Do not ask me to leave you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die." This was not romance. This was surrender. This was faith. When they arrived in Bethlehem, the town stirred. Women whispered, "Is this Naomi?" Naomi replied bitterly, "Do not call me Naomi. Call me Mara, for I went away full, and the Lord has brought me back empty." Ruth listened quietly. To survive, Ruth went into the fields to glean, picking leftover grain behind harvesters. It was the lowest work, reserved for the poor and the foreigner. She worked from morning until evening. Bent back. Bleeding hands. Empty stomach. No one applauded her faith. No miracle happened that day. But God was already moving. The field belonged to a man named Boaz, a relative of Elimelech. When he arrived and saw Ruth, he asked, "Who is that woman?" When he learned of her loyalty to Naomi and her trust in the God of Israel, his heart softened. Boaz spoke gently to her, "Stay in my field. I have commanded the men not to touch you. When you are thirsty, drink from what is drawn for my workers." Ruth fell on her face and asked, "Why have I found favor, though I am a foreigner?" Boaz answered, "I have heard all that you have done. May the Lord repay you for what you have done, and may you find refuge under his wings." What Ruth thought was chance was divine arrangement. In time, Boaz redeemed Ruth according to God's law. He restored her dignity. He gave her a home. He gave her love. Ruth, the widow who gleaned leftovers, became a wife again. She bore a son named Obed. Obed became the father of Jesse. Jesse became the father of King David. And generations later, Jesus Christ came through her line. A woman who trusted God when everything was lost became part of God's eternal story. Here is the truth this story teaches us. Trusting God does not mean life will not break you. It means your brokenness will not be wasted. God sees faith when no one else is watching. He honors obedience done in silence. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to this channel for more powerful Bible stories that strengthen faith and restore hope. No matter what you have lost, God is still writing your story.